Hello, I'm Guthrie. Today I'm going to gab about what you need to begin your career as an online teacher. I work with Outschool. I also work with Orange Company, VIP Kid for ESL. And I have to say, there's different requirements as an ESL teacher, and you're working with a prepared curriculum. Today I'm going to focus more on working for Outschool, as that is my second primary job. If you are thinking about applying to Outschool, wondering how you are going to complete that intro video, the application video, I would be glad to help. If you are somebody who is not trained as a teacher, but you are an expert in your field and you are just blown away with the idea of planning a lesson, I would be glad to help. There's a link below to a lesson plan format, and I filled it out. It is free to you to use. If you would like coaching on filling out the lesson plan specifically for you for an intro lesson, please contact me, guthrieGabs@gmail.com, and we can set up a coaching session where I work one-on-one with you. So let's jump into what do you need to teach for Outschool. First thing is you need a reliable computer and reliable internet service because you're going to be streaming live video. So you have to be able to support the Zoom application. Now, you do not pay for the Zoom application. Do not register and subscribe to Zoom unless you have to for a secondary job. Outschool pays for you to be able to have multiple students, for you to be able to share a screen, for you to be able to have the chat rooms. All you have to do is install the app onto your device that you're going to use to teach from. You can teach from an iPad, you can teach from a computer, you could even teach from your phone if that's suitable for your lesson. So make sure you have a reliable computer, you have the Zoom app downloaded. Then you're going to go ahead and make sure that you have a good internet provider. That's going to vary with you. If you have trouble, if you're in a rural area, you may want to become hardwired into your router. That's very simple with a $10 Ethernet cord that you can get off Amazon, and it plugs into your router, and you can plug it into your computer, laptop, or other device. Now, I would also recommend headphones with a mic. If you can get gaming headphones, especially wireless ones, they're great because if you have to move, it gives you that flexibility. So that's great. It also helps you stay focused, and I find that I can hear the students better when I'm using headphones. Sadly for me, this worked with my HP that suffered a drowning accident, and I can no longer use, and these do not match with my Macs. So I bought myself a Mac, and I have found that my AirPods work really well for teaching. It enables me to hear well. So I haven't had any complaints about sound for me, and they work well, and of course they're nice and portable. I do have another headphone set arriving because sometimes I just like a headset. They're a little bit more comfortable for me. All right, then you have to worry about your lighting. Make sure you have good lighting. So I have an overhead light, and I also have a ring light in front of me. These ring lights you can get fairly cheap on Amazon. This one is a small table one. I have the other one that's a little bit bigger standing up behind me. And for travel purposes, I have lost my other ring light. No, here it is. I have one of these ring lights, and they're rechargeable, and they just clip right onto the side or the front of your computer. These are great. And I also use these in case of an electric outage. So you just simply charge them. They're very inexpensive. They actually have 3 different levels of light also, so you can increase or decrease your light. These are great to have also as a backup. Again, if you have a power outage, if you're in the middle of teaching a class, you don't want to have to reschedule. You don't want to have to lose students in the middle of a class. So these are great to have as battery backup. Also, I use one of these halos. I got this off QVC. And so this can plug into a car outlet. It will also plug into the wall. All right. It has 2 USB ports on it. It is also a light. And mine has not been plugged in for a while. Trust me, this is a very strong light. So this is also a good resource to have, so that if you have an outage again, it's bad weather where you are, you might be able to teach from your car in an emergency. My husband and I are looking at going on the road camping with our RV, and so I'm going to have backups that I can use in the car in case we don't get a good signal and I have to drive to a nearby road or parking lot. And then this also gives good light. Those are the basic things that you have to start. You would also want some kind of a background. So just be aware of what comes up behind you in the screen, because the students are going to see that. And you don't want anything inappropriate in your background. It's also good to be someplace where you do have a wall behind you, just so you can prevent any family members from walking behind you. Beware if your pets are going to be entering the classroom or not entering the classroom. Some parents are very lenient and don't mind that. They understand that we're probably teaching from our homes. Other parents do expect a more academic atmosphere, and so you want to make sure that you're presenting that kind of an atmosphere in the classroom. That's basically what you need to teach with Outschool. A very limited supply. I love whiteboards, are great to have. I have an iPad again. Always good to have a good backup tool. You don't know what's going to happen to your computer. Sometimes you could also pull up pictures in the middle of class if you need to show something. And the iPad makes it nice and big so that you're not having to put a screen that close up to a screen. Now, if you use a whiteboard, I'm going to show you a trick. Pop sockets. Okay? Great way to be able to hold a board, be able to erase it, and you don't have your hand all over it. So that is another thing that I like. That's it. Very simple. A good device, perhaps a backup device, some sort of headset that you can use, a quiet area that is classroom appropriate, good lighting, and something to have for backup. If you have any other questions about starting on your Outschool journey, please give me a buzz, a contact, and hello. Drop a line below. See you soon.